Let's get to two people who are not fans of one another this morning. It is the breakup being watched around the world. The spectacular fallout between U.S. President Donald Trump and billionaire Elon Musk. Now, this all started when Musk criticized Trump's big, beautiful bill. And now both sides are insulting one another, threatening one another on social media. For a look at how this continues to play out and where it could go, we're joined by Eric Ham, CTV News political analyst. Eric, good morning.
Good morning.
You know, there are those who predicted that this relationship couldn't last, but did we ever imagine it would look like this? You know, we know they used to be closer than ever, namely 6 days ago when Musk was given a very warm send-off from the White House and a ceremonial key. So then walk us what's happened since then.
Well, we heard from Elon Musk with his criticism of Donald Trump's signature legislation, the Big Beautiful Bill Act. And Elon Musk not only threw the first shot, which I'm sure many people were surprised by that, but he threw the second, third, and the fourth, calling the bill an abomination, saying that it would make Americans a slave to the debt. And he would not stop. And of course, Donald Trump even said that he expected Elon Musk would go after him personally. And I think what we saw from the president was he simply had enough. And now we are seeing shots fired from both sides. And already it's having a tremendous impact, not only here in Washington, but also on the markets as we see Tesla stock beginning to fall as well.
Yeah, I mean, in the hundreds of millions, or almost hundreds of millions, which is unbelievable. Listen, we know that things started to unravel when Musk criticized the Big Beautiful Bill. He called it pork-filled. Do we know the genesis of this turnaround for Elon Musk?
Well, look, I mean, these are both mercurial, combustible men. And I think anyone who thought that this relationship was going to continue with this bromance that we have been seeing for the past few months simply did not understand these two men. And I think now that the shots are being fired from both sides, I think this is where this relationship was always going to end up. And now that it's here, we're seeing that how problematic it is, not only politically, but also what it could mean for the economy and what it could mean for the government. We've heard Elon Musk saying that he's now prepared to decommission his Dragon spacecraft. We see the president threatening to cancel many of Elon Musk's government contracts. And so I think this is a feud where, quite frankly, the world's richest man and the leader of the free world, this is going to have a tremendous impact beyond just these two men and, frankly, beyond politics.
Yeah, it's a divorce that has serious ripple effects for everybody in America and for the markets as well. Listen, it was money and power that drew these two men together and made such a close bond. And it looks like it's money and power that have driven the two of them apart. Let's talk about, the markets. Tesla stock dropping 14%. How else could we see this play out on the markets?
Well, I think also it's not just about Tesla, but also we know that Elon Musk has tremendous and very strange relationships with many of the United States antagonists, namely Russia and China. We know that he does a lot of business in both countries, right. And it's unclear what, now that this relationship is on the outs, what that will look like and what Elon Musk, of course, is prepared to do. He's already calling for the impeachment of the president, and he's already begun suggesting that maybe he will play a hand in the upcoming midterm elections. We know he has used his enormous resources to influence the election last year. But of course, the question now becomes, how far are either of these men prepared to go in this fight where we know both men, when they're enraged, they certainly play for keeps.
Yeah, and remember, when we go back to 2016, this happens with President Trump, right? He's got people that he keeps really close until they're not, and then it's usually an explosive exit. Elon Musk, these threats back and forth online. So Musk has accused Trump of being mentioned in the Epstein files, and it's also why they said they're not being released. And then, Trump comes on and he threatens to decommission SpaceX's Dragon spacecraft, cancel all the government contracts. There's a possibility Musk could just say, fine, I'm going to take these over to China or to another country. Realistically, what is the likely outcome for both of these parties?
That's a really good question. When you have two men who have enormous power, enormous influence, and, of course, enormous wealth, I think there's no bottom, to where both of these men can go. And the question, of course, becomes how much can the country, the world, and frankly, be dragged into this? And we know it's certainly great in terms of what, the views and the clicks that we're seeing. But there are real world implications to what we're seeing play out between both of these men. And there's and of course, there's no end in sight to where this could take us. Now, of course, looking ahead to the midterm elections, I'm sure there are a lot of Republicans who are deeply concerned that that massive checkbook that Elon Musk has simply will not be available to them. And of course, many have to wonder, what does that mean for the party? But also, when you look at Donald Trump's signature legislation right now, this big, beautiful bill, and the way Elon Musk has continued to excoriate it, the question becomes, is this legislation that can actually get past the finish line? And when you look at all of the losses that Donald Trump has racked up in court right now, and of course what's happening with the economy over these tariffs, he desperately needs to win. And it looks like Elon Musk is doing everything he can to stop him from getting that win.
Yeah, the clash of egos here is unbelievable to watch, but also interesting to figure out the answer to, if he doesn't feel like he needs Elon Musk's financial support anymore, where is that financial support coming from? Lots to come out in the days ahead. CTV News political analyst Eric Ham, thanks for joining us.
You bet.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.